Stinging? Okay. Completely new type of Picatolas? Is that it? Might be. Oh, it's done! You sing! Well, have fun, guys! You two will certainly have a lot of fun in this fight, right? Against a completely new type of enemy, for more things. The wings and the beak. Verily, now is the time for young Yiseng and I to face the test. The nature of our trial shall form as Picatolas invidiae. I assume that we've all had first-hand experience with static shocks. Does static shock have anything to do with envy? Anyone who's been subject to both static shocks and the envy of others must know that the latter sting is the same manner as the former does. I ill comprehend an explanation. I see. To explain in plain example, Miss Dawn, you have always been fond on and held great respect for the illustrious color fixer. Am I correct? Verily, I should be second to none were my passion for them to be measured. Now, imagine yourself at a conversation of sort, in which the said illustrious color fixer are holding an event to disseminate their autograph, and imagine that you are part of the excited query. Oh, indeed, I have meant to place myself there, so please proceed. Yet, in great misfortune, the event comes to a close mere moments before you were to receive your autograph. Alarm from who? Fate plates the cruel chest of my pitiful soul? Now, do imagine, what sort of emotion would you feel for the fellow fan who received the final autograph immediately before you were to receive yours, where the chances were wrought? Well, that would be quite the jealousy burning with my art, a painful sting sensation in my... Oh my, you certainly enjoy explaining things, don't ya? I suppose all scholars are kindred spirit after all. Hey, you two! Quit the Xing-Shan and get in there! Verily, then onward to new adventure! Then I shall follow. None remember if we've ever encountered the envy Picard. Oh, never mind, it's the copies. Right, and there are always question marks, because we can never tell which form they will take. That's right, they're super fast, extremely fast. But oh well, we might be able to survive it. In the worst cases of scenarios, I might be able to just change up some sinners to boost the chances of success. I think that's something that I can do. I'm just not sure if they even have an effect on them. Technically speaking, they're not involved in this fight, so practically speaking, they shouldn't really be able to interfere in the slightest. But now that I see the outcome of this fight, it kinda seems like they have no issues whatsoever. And I also need to make sure that Dawn doesn't kill him by accident, because every sinner needs to kill their own shape. Which might be a bit tricky, but it's fine. There we go. Dawn, wait it out. He can handle himself. He can certainly handle himself. I'm just gonna attack the same dice. He's a little bit slower than my Yiseng, so it should be fine. I don't even need to go for the counter. Oh, that's even better. Okay, so the mission is already fulfilled, and now we have... Oh god, warp. Issue? Slight issue? I'm just gonna completely ignore Yiseng. He shouldn't be able to kill me just yet. I'm gonna get an additional hit on him, but we are all going to focus down on Dawn. We're all going to hit Dawn. preferably win this clash. I made a little mistake here, but it's fine. It's fine. God, almost messed it up. I almost messed it up. It's fine. We're going to get the stagger now. There we go, down to 100. 66. 31. Dead. Okay. That shouldn't really do that much damage. Yeah, doesn't do nearly as much damage as it could. So we will guard with the pierce it and go for slashes. Alright. I'm a little bit faster than him. Even though we had the same speed. I kind of thought he would automatically outspeed me because he's warp trained, but never mind. I guess Dawn and Yaseng just murdered that guy. Absolutely, they just murdered. They just murdered the guys. Okay, I guess that's fine, right? That's fine. We even fulfilled the X mission without any issues. That's even better. Except with the issue that I'm running out of resources, so I need to take a little break here. 1 second, guys. We are right back. So, fully recharged and ready to go. With the price of curiosity. Alright then, let us go. And now I can actually bring all 11 of... Wait, 11? Dawn? I can bring 11 of my sinners. Alright, that's fine, I guess. That's fine. What was the order again? I'm pretty sure Faust was first. Just here to back you up. But please, don't die. Alright? Alright. And yes, I know, but that's because of Gregor and Honglu, right? It's just because of those two. We are on an appropriated level. The foundation that led to this disaster was laid by none other than Yi Seng, whose only sin was making an innocent, tragically casual comment. Sometimes after we ran out of the final test. Alright then, please vacate the room, people. Clean up coming through. Oh, apologies. Miss Dawn has out to... Oh, pretty! At any but a moment, the shoelaces upon Ricocante has become undone. Wait, undone? How? I remember tying like 7 different knots on your shoes. Ah, yeah, they were quite a hideous accessory to be forced upon Ricocante. I have tied one of them once again in the shape of a ribbon. A ribbon? Yeah, the knots didn't really look that great. Ribbons are much cuter, but I'm pretty sure the reason why she tied them 7 times was, for safety reasons. Right? Oh boy. Yet one must begin to wonder about the consequences of Miss Dawn freeing her feet from Ricocante at her present state. Whatever art thou suggesting? Ricocante is none other than my eternal steed, bound to me by fate itself. None shall ever dare sever the bond betwixt us. Twixt? It was just a query posed towards Miss Faust, yet I appreciate your answer all the same. And Faust's replies was set fire upon that rather combustible foundation. I cannot know. What? An obvious outcome, given that no relevant data has been collected. Well, then no time like the present to get collecting, huh? Good thing that we're in a lab too. Where else are we going to get another chance to do that? This course of action is highly inadvisable. Yeah, sounds like a really bad time to me. I heard all kinds of horrible stuff happen on the train. The moment that her shoes come off, there was a huge explosion of blood. Sure did. But that was but an independent decision called by Ricocante itself due to certain extreme circumstances that had nothing to do with my own will. Well, you know, potato? What's that supposed to mean? I was already quite aware that the core of that individual may as well lie in her pair of running shoes. Fie on thee! Thou shalt not treat a person such as I like some useless shell! What if we slipped off her shoe off and on again really quickly? Quickly? Well, the standard here on the LCE department demands precise measurements. In other words, these tests would be meaningless if all we are measuring is a hollow chest. Hey! A hollow shell? Uh-huh. We have indulged your predictable provocation enough, Hohenheim. It seems necessary to remind you that you have not yet received the full report of what has transpired during that incident. In other words, you are risking the occurrence of an unexpected event. You concern yourself unnecessarily. The construction of my laboratory boasts are rather solidly built. Not even abnormalities on the more powerful side of things can puncture holes in these walls. Oh, very well. I will not force your hand. However, due to your unwillingness, I am behooved to record as such in my research journal. Duet to the concerned sinner's utterly terrifying reaction at the prospect of having to remove her shoes. I must unfortunately leave only a half-completed test result here. Utterly terrified? Who's terrified? And for your information, these research reports are stored for at least a decade. Yes, we will have the possession of a full record of your plain cowardice for at least 10 years. Outcome NA. Reason was too scared to participate. What are you guys doing? Well, after much contemplation, I have come to conclude that dearest Ricochante deserves a moment of respite as well. And I, Don, shall demonstrate before thee that Don is still Don in her very core still, without Ricochante's assistance. Is that a good idea? Are you sure that's a good idea, Faust? Hohenheim, if your employment at Limbus company ever comes to an unaltered termination, I suppose the cause will be rather apparent. Your highly irresponsible level of curiosity. So it's not a good idea. Got it. That would be my greatest honor as a researcher. Hey, if anything ever goes wrong, Yuseng will be the one ready to slip those shoes right back onto your feet at a moment's notice, alright? Well then, I shall be on the ready. Behold me not with such excessive anticipation, all! There shan't be any new revelation here. Don begins to untie her shoes, seething. And? The 7-layered knot possesses quite the difficulty, young Ishmael. Wherefore hast thou tied the cord with such unwavering tightness? Well, I was kind of hoping there would be the last knot those shoelaces would ever tie. They shall never be undone. But it seems like, things are getting in the way, huh? Of course. There we go. Rest thee well, Ricochante. For I... Don? The sinners and I were all quite nervous, but none of us stepped forward to stop this experiment. Why didn't we stop this? Was it because we thought we knew removing Ricochante doesn't necessarily mean that she'll be losing control because we saw the effects on the warp train and La Mancha land and we technically had a toll with the original Dawn as well? But... Or was it because we assumed that Ricochante was now just in disguise, and now that Dawn has accepted her past as Sancho, removing it won't affect her physically or psychically at all? I mean, technically, deep down, we all came into an agreement, didn't we? Well, whichever was the case, it was a mistake to ignore that nagging feeling. The researchers don't know what facing Dawn, no, Sancho, the second kindred, is really like. But we do. Mother! Mother? Oh, Mother. Our existence is dead in perpetuity. Complete us. Fill our hunger. We pray unto you. Fill us with the blood of human. With the blood of humans. Okay, what the hell is that? What are they calling Mother now? Are they talking to Dawn? Who's talking to Dawn? The teeming, shouting voices suddenly begin to echo in my head. They are the voices of all the children that he had embraced. Or perhaps this was the Blood Fiend's instinct-given voice, imprinted upon them at the moment of their birth. Proliferate this disease, embrace this unending hunger of blood, and propagate the family. So many voices, so much yearning, so much desire. Every single kindred that has ever existed in the past. Kneel before dawn. Oh, dearest mother, as your children, when shall you be permitted to quench this thirst for blood? I must drink blood. I have to drink all the blood. All the blood that the family deserves to drink. I must. Dante? Hey, wake up! Ain't this a lot like the last time we had the building where the fire on the head suddenly exploded? Maybe we are sinking up? Dawn? We're sinking up! I gotta get a hold of myself! First. My body can't even feel thirsty. This doesn't make any sense. Uh-huh. Well, I guess I'm okay now. But Dawn? What did you see, Dante? If we want to bring Dawn back, we're going to need to quench her first somehow. We need something to sate the combined thirst, the desire of every single kindred. Oh, that's not good. Do you keep any blood in here? Well, at least to try to quench? What a... Yeah, we have some blood samples, if you need them. Bring them all! Damn it! Have you been listening to what the executive management's saying? It's the combined thirst of every single kindred. A few blood samples aren't going to do a thing. So you're going to sit here and do nothing? Ain't this just a matter of getting her shoes back on? Right, he's saying, shoes! Quickly get her shoes back! I cannot! A bizarre wall of pressure surrounds her! Well, this is just... I guess this is one luxury cigarette. Quite a good flavor. I brought those luxury cigarettes with our last bonus pay. Well, these readings are incredible. So much power! Even in that state, it's, for all intended purposes, completely emasculating. What? You actor on knowing this would happen? Well, I had many outcomes in mind. Some were quite similar to this, but this is beyond even the most extreme of my prediction. How the fuck are you even so calm about this? We gotta do something. You haven't even seen how hard the last hit was. What would be the use of panicking now? If the outcome doesn't align with the prediction, the first course of action should be to analyze the given data. However, it doesn't seem like our containment measurement will be the answer here. Does the task of stopping her seem to fall straight onto all of you? You created the mess and now we have to fix it. Okay. Great. I can see my Faust dislikes you. Well, time for us to pay the price of curiosity. I mean, usually I have to pay the price. This isn't anything new to me. But normally, it's because of my own intention and not somebody else's. God damn it. Now the question is this an effect because of the fact that the first kindred is kind of gone? Is she replacing the role of the first kindred? Is that why he became so mad? Oh, offensive level down by 35. Hard blood, value 10, stage 1. Is it seriously the full fight? Oh no! Yearning for blood. Uh-huh. Blood Feast is back, offensive level up. Yeah, seems very familiar. Only difference is I don't even have my sword here or the ego resources to keep her shackled down. Great. Lovely. Quite lovely. 25! 25! Are you kidding me? There's no way! Oh, Ishmael! Can you take it? You can certainly take it. Okay. Blocked. Hit, hit, hit. I need to get her into stagger range ASAP. And preferably handle her SP somehow as well. Faust? Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it, Faust? Actually speaking, now that I think about it, which level is done again? Is she level 80 again? Or was it 70? Pretty sure she was a extremely high level back then. Heathcliff. Don't you dare lose now. I need the minus SP. Even if you can't give me that much. I take every bit that you have. Ouch. Okay, it's fine. We can handle this. Ishmael can handle this. 85! Alright! Ah, great! Ooh! I still kinda wanna go for something that gives me SP. At least I want that. I need something that gives me a slight boost of SP. They all kinda need it. 13, everything is counted and blocked. Alright, good that she's still kind of slow. SP recovery for everyone. Make use of it, guys. I need this right now. It's also extremely handy that Heathcliff is going last. And now she has a shield as well. Okay, that's just great. That's just super great. Okay, you sang. Please counterattack. The shield is ever present. 15. She's not staggered yet, is she? No, I think she's not. Oh god! Oh god, Heathcliff! The hero! I mean, it's not gonna save us because the effect is still going to get triggered, but pretty sure it's a lot weaker than it could have been. And we were able to get some fragile around here. Now that sounds handy. You're saying, I'm so sorry, there's a high chance that you're going to die in this round, but let's be serious. I don't really have stagger right now, or a chain to stop her. So we kinda need to rely a little bit on sacrifices right now. Oh god, okay. Well, at the very least we get a chance to take back. At least once. Right? At the very least we have a chance to take back. Okay, down to 42. That's not so bad. Ouch. Oh, Heathcliff. Holy damn, Heathcliff. Okay. Okay. Is he alive? He actually managed to survive for an additional round! I can't believe it. He is going to die after this one, but still. My boy! My boy! I'm going to apply the talisman, get a couple of free hits, and after that, we just have to wing it. We just have to wing it! It's gonna be fine. We just need to wing it. Give up, Ryoshu. Kinda relying on you right now. You do a lot of damage. And in a second, everyone else is going to have a chance to do a lot of damage as well. I kind of wish I had a bleed team right now. A bleed team, a tremor team, my warp cup team, the coffee team was great against Sancho. Oh my god, Ishmael's still alive! I can't believe it! How did you do that? 23, the other one was 26. Ishmael is so going to die this round. It's unbelievable. At the very least, we get a slight spear recovery around here. It's going to help us out a little bit. Doesn't change the fact that the freaking stagger bar seems so far away. Why is the stagger bar so far away? Oh god, Ishmael! Heathcliff! Don't die, my boy! Don't die! Be a hero! Be a hero! Oh my god! Oh, that rapture! Oh, that freaking rapture! And you attack multiple guys because you can. I see. Come on. Come on, we're almost there. We have the first stack up. It's almost there. Seven! There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, this is not about to happen. Maybe those two are able to avoid it somehow, but there's no way in hell they can avoid the mass attack. And then she gets all kinds of shields? Because I can't outspeed her? Even though the stagger was right there? It's right there? Oh god, Rodion! You got this! Tremor! Yeah, this is gonna be an issue. This is a serious issue. Assault's not built for this. Okay. Well, at the very least, she's still alive. Oh, Gregor, this is not good. This is not your day. This is not your day. 11 is not a level where you want to fight Dawn. But who knows? Maybe the spider might save the day. It doesn't have a bind effect. That's the thing. It doesn't have a bind effect. It won't be able to help us that much. Unless we got the stagger. Alright. Is this going to change anything? Probably not. But we reached the first stagger bar. This is so stupid. This is so freaking stupid. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. This is not gonna work. It just isn't. This is not gonna work. We're gonna lose here now. It's not gonna do any damage. Why would he? Oh my god. Come on. Keep punching. Keep punching. Extra sinking. Now she's extremely fast again. Sure. Why not? I mean, there's technically a small chance that she might just avoid 3 times in a row. It's very unlikely. It's very extremely unlikely. But it is possible. On the other hand, I'm currently bleeding, so whatever I do, it is going to backfire. So in that case, maybe I should take the burn away from him. Maybe I should just take the burn away from him a little. Or make it a little bit easier for my Rodion. She needs to tank so much in the next round. Okay. Yeah, the bleed got her. 23! Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How the heck was he supposed to win that? How the heck was he supposed to win that? Not even Rodion can win. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure. It's fine. Everything is fine. I think he's dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's so dead. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's hopeless, but she might just pull it off. It's not completely hopeless. We just need to believe. We just need to believe. I can lower the damage a little by winning all of my clashes. Come on, my spider. I really wish you would be able to apply some bind on her. That would be so great. I mean, you do kind of apply some bind, but I kind of need to lower her power. That's the biggest issue that I have right now. She has too much strength. And now she got my Ryoshi as well. Yeah. Issues. Extreme issues. Am I about to get staggered? Pretty sure I got staggered. Perfect. Dawn! Don't you dare, Dawn! Don't you dare! No! Are you kidding me? Uh-huh! Great! I'm so dead! I must I have to be the mother to all of them. The family's first. It's... No, my lady. You needn't be the mother of anyone here. Here, you are a sinner and nothing more. Merciless! Thank you! Do you have any idea what I've been through? Oh, God! Okay. Maybe I was supposed to die. Maybe I should have died sooner. Okay. I will not place the blame of this incident to anyone, Doctor. Thank you. I understand that no one could have expected this outcome. Given the dearth of intelligence regarding the binding tool the first kindred had gifted to the third sinner. Well then, I hadn't had much first-hand experience with watching Virgil's fight, but this was certainly the most exhausted I've seen him after a fight. I decided to say nothing and turn the clock. We will never remove those shoes again! Alright? Never again! Unless we have something against the first. She was probably already starving. Oh, God. After some time passed. Dawn? Come on, what happened? Did you lose consciousness, or did something affect your memories, or... Oh, Manager Squire, my memories were fine. But I heard something as soon as I removed my shoes. Voices, right? Once again, you have witnessed me. Yes, the voices. So many voices. Voices? The voices of my family. But the blood fiends of La Mancha Land are all... Sinclair trailed off. Every single blood fiend left inside of La Mancha Land was killed when the amusement park collapsed. In other words, most of Don's lower kindreds were already dead. That is correct. But I cannot well explain how. The only way I might explain this is that it was as though my very blood remembered them still. I recognize some of them, and some were voices of those I once deeply cared for. It seems that I was, against my own will, made to ascend to my father's seat. Perhaps I always was, ever since then. And I was struck not only by my own thirst, but the combined thirst of every single one of the children's. Thirst. Indeed, I'm also bound by that thirst. It is only natural, because I am a blood fiend. Thus, the pressure of it all broke the hold of my sanity, and I heard you all, as Don Chiffon, the blood fiend, a higher kindred, not as Don, a sinner, and your friends. Don, this isn't your fault, it's... No, such words are now meaningless. She looked down at her pair of shoes, their strings again neatly tied. The higher officers will now be regularly supplying you with artificial blood bags. Hohenheim approached us, after spending a while vigorously scribbling something into his notes. The blood substitute will be very similar to real blood in terms of consumption, and we won't have any issue with supplies. Will that even work? I mean, technically speaking, they tried that with hemobars, and that did nothing. I didn't suppose to actually believe that mere willpower would be enough to withstand this urge. I have done quite well suppressing it thus far. Indeed, and that was precisely the wig attached to the ticking time bomb within the LCB. Must I remind you that the soundness of this limiter of yours is quite tenacious, as today's event has demonstrated. It is your implication that the purpose of conducting this reckless experiment was to determine the full extent of the latent danger? I don't know, it seems like he was in it only to sate his own curiosity. Call it merely the assumption of opportune convenience. This risk factor had to be measured sooner or later. Had I known the full extent of the danger that she posed, I would have immediately requested a forceful summoning of your department. Of course, as large as this void of unknown was, we were able to fill it with much new information. Wait, you would have dragged us to the checkup if you knew how dangerous Dawn was? Well, I mean, she's not really... We just need to watch her shows, right? But maybe we can't really always rely on Verge just to solve our issues anymore. I guess Dawn was powered up with a new role. She's a second kindred, but now nobody's above her anymore, so now she's the new queen. The Vampire Queen! Which is very interesting, by the way. Anyways, certain analysis has been drawn by comparing the reports regarding blood fiends and this very experiment. Let us discuss the first that you've experienced first, for example, the combined desire of every lower kindred. Indeed, it is true. The Michigan kindreds have been completely eradicated due to the events at La Mancha Land, but you still heard the voices of your children, yes? What are you trying to say? I aim to discuss the powerful binding force contained within the blood. LCD's corporation report explained that blood is not merely a carrier of nutrition, but something more, that it contains certain abstract values as well. We sent in a complaint that the report was far too vague in its wording, and we received a reply their on-site investigation research team leader spat out, the content of which were equally fascinating. These desires of their kind, this thirst, is something that may as well be imbued and imprinted on the family's bloodline. Normally, the weight of that thirst is far too heavy for any individual to bear, which is why they propagate to bear the unbearable burden together. So by sharing the curse, it gets weaker? But considering that all of the desire is now focused only on one individual, on account of the extinction of her entire family line, it is easy to see why her hold to sanity was so easily broken, no matter the strength of her will. She alone was made to bear the responsibility, the pressure, the duty of having to raise the family once again. And because none of these needs are currently met, there comes the endless exacerbating thirst and more thirst. It is quite fascinating to see how your kind preserves these very abstract values in the physical form of blood. The mere word thirst does quite an insufficient job of describing the intensity with which you have lost control. This was my oversight, I must admit. I do respect your effort to be liberated from your nature. I truly do. But I also maintain that it is highly advisable for you to regularly consume the provided blood bags. Just to keep it under control. It's probably not going to solve the issue, but it might help a little bit. Even if you don't like it, Dawn. Understood. But one day, I wish to dismount from Ricochanto and walk bare feet and feel the earth under my skin again. I was able to establish one positive fact from this exercise, however. And what that might be? That there are those who would, quite literally, throw their lives on the line to stop you even if you were to take off your shoes. In other words, I don't believe it to be necessary for other departments to exercise any separate control over you. Well, now that I've had a first-hand account of your condition, I will write the following in the report. Still quite unstable, extremely unstable. Yet, with the effort of the subject herself, and effort from various other environmental factors, this subject was deemed sufficiently controllable. Once again, I do respect your efforts, or any kind of effort, really. Because I've never had much use for it myself. Dawn took a deep breath. then turned to face the sinners. By then, her eyes had regained the usual soft look. But sorrow was seeping through the tone of her voice. Despite her theatrical manners of speech returning, her tone reminded me of our time at La Mancha Land. My deepest apologies, my dearest friends. Forsooth, I shall ever preserve to see that Ricochet, my shoes, are never to be removed again. Lars, you're looking at it all wrong. You're going to remove those shoes one day, alright? And that is what you're going to preserve towards. Verily. I think she let out a brief, quiet laughter. Ah, Mensch Esquire! Perchance is there nothing that thou concealest from my knowledge? Whatever do you mean? I don't think so. Or do you mean about the connection that we shared when I saw the vision with the blood? And technically speaking, the verse itself. Maybe she means that? It is no coincidence that at the very moment I noticed Faust looking into my direction. I don't know if I made the right choice here, but Faust nodded lightly as though to say that I did. I stopped hesitating, and the tick-tocking noise came to a stop. Very well, then. However, I cannot help but admit that I felt some degree of anxiety as I watched Don walk away, as though nothing had happened. Why is it the fact that we know what happened to his father? Were they trying to talk about that? Was this the thing that they were trying to say? I mean, synchronicity usually means we share the same experience. I see what she sees. Maybe she saw something that we didn't want to share. Right? Oh well, at the very least we survived. Now then, the hierarchy. What is this about? At least there's no fight. At least there's no fight. It's good. It's all fine. Well, now that that's over and done with, I would like the sinners to come gather around here. Hohenheim placed the sinners in a singular file before him and began. Now then, the regular checkup is complete. We finally have enough data to compare your pre-employee status to those of your current selves. Which means... Indeed, we were able to measure your pre-employee combat capabilities as well. Oh, and what are your conclusions? Allow me to preface this by saying that there isn't much significance in establishing this particular hierarchy of power on a linear scale. Like I said, you're all equally medical at the present anyways, and oh come on! There are plenty of significance, alright? We've all got to know who's the bigger boss. Well, this is but a speculation of the worst case scenarios. We must know which one of us has the most right and authority to lead the rest of the sinners in case our executive manager becomes, due to some kind of unknown yet inexcusable circumstances, unavailable. Hey, that's... I don't listen to anyone weaker than I am. What if there was a reason that I was the first one asked to introduce myself? Well, there was a burgeoning interest amongst the sinners to see which of them would be at the apex of the scale. Were they to be measured by their strength prior to their employment? Hey, maybe I lost my memories. Even I... Dante, don't. It is interesting how every collective has the desire to get a clear picture of the pack order. A negative expression of this desire may even lead to juvenile behavior amongst children. For example, stealing their colleagues' lunch for meager reasons such as a score higher than they did on the test. You're not speaking from personal experience, are you? Thus, I believe that trying to conceal the outcome of the test from you would be quite meaningless. Each of your placement in that line you are standing in signifies that very order you were so curious to know. I do not wish to waste any more breath on the subject. Which line? was a long, long silence. Then the sinners all simultaneously turned to look at the person standing in the foremost position of the line. You saying? This has to be the longest, most awkward, most loaded silence I've ever felt in my entire life. You saying? Huh. Much did I wish to hold shroud in my fathoms, yet I yearned still to convey that we are all more than meets the eye. Yet there remains a certain abundance within my heart. Perhaps the test of this day paints a picture of both of my qualities. Thus spoke I. You saying? Really? You saying? I will place true in the fate that all of you shall one day sprout wings as I have. You saying? It's the other way around. Ah yes, the line was made from my point of view. From here, the sinner wielding the oversized lens is the one at the front of this line. Oh. Well, you did say some cool words though. We got this right, did you say? Well, this is quite a bashful occasion, huh? To be the center of such a fervent attention of such company. I wouldn't say fervent is the right word. Rather, worried, maybe? I shall be vigilant from here on out. No one seemed to have any objection or doubts about who the strongest sinner was, given the earlier events, but she literally crushed us! Yeah? On second thought, I guess it appears that it would be best if we just left the command to Ishmael, as we have done so far. Otis mumbled through gritted teeth. Pursuit, I am in agreement. I am more partially to role as a defending fixer or esquire. This is often the case that such side characters enjoy greater popularity since time immemorial. You know, as the underdog. Well, very happy to see that this discussion is not coming to blows. Now, are we all ready to move on from this? Wait a minute. Aren't we all forgetting something pretty important? This is just how the world works, Greg. No one remembers anyone between the first place and the last. I even forgot my own placement in the order. No, I mean, fellas, I wasn't even part of the list. Oh, were you not? Who cares? There are 12 of us. Some people just fall out of the radar. Big deal. Let's just get on with it, alright? Hey, you can't just disregard me like it's falling away a fly. It's really important for Gregor. I would guess somewhere around my level? Probably, or at least Heathcliff's. Ishmael replied in a voice that had clearly lost all interest in this discussion. Ah, you're the sinner with that bizarre insectoid arm. We had no choice but to place you in the least favorite category of all researchers. Exception! Ugh. God! Exceptions that don't follow the rule! We need to make new rules in order to properly categorize you, but at a given time, they aren't ready yet. They really hate that word, huh? In other words, you are quite a unique case that cannot well be placed in a list or scale. To do so would be irresponsible because we have no proper way of actually testing the arm. I would say you carry a certain potential. That's, potential, is it? Does it mean that I could also become the first if all goes well? Well, it could very well be the reverse, given the definition of potential. It literally swings both ways. Let not this query harrow your mind, Gregor. Your day will come. Feels funny, getting consulted by the guy who literally placed last. Oh man. Why is he saying last? Sure, he's not really the one who's usually fighting, but come on! It's very reliable in his own ways.